Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for April 1st to the 12th. We're going up to the 12th because I want to loop in that full moon in Libra for you. It's going to be major, very powerful. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And let's just, jump right into it. So first, welcome to the new era. We're here. The Great Reset, the Great Awakening, the Age of Wisdom, everything, right? The huge quantum leap into a brand new era, and you are feeling it, okay? You are definitely feeling it. This is a great time with the sun exalted in Aries, where it does its best. You're getting that great energy from the sun right now, and everything that happened at the end of March. Remember the 6-planet conjunction, the never before seen, the once in a lifetime with the new moon solar eclipse in Aries that happened at the end of March. So you're going to be feeling it these 2 weeks, up until 6 months too. It's a 6-month cycle. I mean, huge. And Neptune moving into Aries for the first time at the end of March. Now you're feeling it. All right. Neptune's going to have an aspect. And so here's the thing, Virgo, I actually saved you for last. You are the last sign I am doing because there's a lot happening here that I did not talk about in your April forecast, monthly forecast. So, and it relates to you. Okay. So here's the thing. Everything that, again, happened at the end of March, just think of it as this big, huge crescendo or wave pushing you in this new direction, right? Your life is changing. A lot of that was with your 8th house, which is death and rebirth. It's regeneration. It's transformation, right? Especially and money. And money is the thing. Relationships, partnerships, deep. Remember, 8th house can be very, very deep. All right. So I will leave that video in the description box, or I'll do it there, okay, or at the end of the video. Now, the other thing is, I just posted your April forecast last week, so many things here we've already discussed. So just I'll leave that as well, and if you haven't seen it, because I'm not going to spend too much time on those. I talk about them in detail, and I just don't want to repeat the same thing, especially with you see a lot of new things happening. I didn't have time. I told you April is bonkers. It's bonkers. You're seeing that, right? So there's a lot here that I didn't have time to talk about in your April forecast that we're going to talk about, and something, again, big happening for you. So just go back to that as well. Big. Now, also the blue asterisk, best aspects. You see there's no squares, no challenging aspects, yet there are 2 oppositions that I will talk about, all right? I didn't have the room here, but just know the planets have really come out to play this month, okay? Or the next 2 weeks. Actually, this entire month. It's really big. One planet that I want to just draw your attention to is Mars, who has been a little, right? So with Mars being in Cancer, Mars being retrograde, this has been going on since September. So now, because and that's Mars and Cancer is your 11th. So the area of your life that's all about your hopes and wishes and dreams. You felt like you could not move forward. All right. It's also your social network, groups you belong to, benefactors, allies, friendships, your squad, all of that. There could have been some sensitivity here, but anyway, and good ways too. All right. That's the thing. But he is now waking up. Mars is now waking up. He's moving faster and gaining speed. We are talking about the warrior god, the planet of action and drive. So you want to keep an eye on Mars because he's going to be very active, and he is the ruler for Aries. Remember, we got all this Aries energy happening. What did I tell you in your monthly forecast? Maybe I didn't, because I only told a few people, but I did in my last live stream. Listen, Aries is the first sign, remember, representing that pioneering, that leadership. Let's get things going. Astrology would literally not exist without Aries. It is consciousness. It is self. Put wheels in motion. Harness that energy where the sun, you're getting all that life force energy from the sun, that beautiful energy. That drive, okay, right now, it's amazing. All right, so this is the best time right now of the entire year to start something new, to launch something, to put wheels in motion, to change your life, to put any energy toward projects, whatever you want, relationships, money, wealth building, whatever you want, okay? Because because with all this energy building after what happened in March, the huge once a lifetime planetary conjunction, the fact that you have the South Node in your sign now all year, all of this, okay? You have got to, if this energy builds, you don't release it, it brings out those lower expressions, okay? Being combative and, competitive and ego, all that Aries energy, okay? So just importantly, just start putting wheels in motion, all right? Because, Venus and Mercury, yeah, they're still retrograde, but they go direct. You're going to be able to, all right? And we do have brand new amazing aspects you haven't seen. A lot of y'all haven't seen ever, all right? Ever. And that is, the first one is Saturn sextile Uranus. We haven't seen that in 30 years. This is big. This is big, okay? And then Neptune sextiling Pluto. We're going to talk about that a little bit more next week, or maybe even in April, because it's happening now, but you don't feel it. You really will start feeling it more end of April, and then like May. That's a bit. Listen, Neptune is freshly new in Aries as of just a few days ago, and then Pluto freshly new in Aquarius for the next 19 years. But these planets in these signs we haven't seen in a long time. We haven't seen Pluto Aquarius in 250 years. Nobody has on this planet has experienced Neptune sextiling Pluto, and that is going to be enormous for you. Enormous. All right. So again, that's a big vibe shift. We're going to talk about that later. And remember, sextiles are harmonious, are enormously positive and potential for you. Windows of opportunity for what you put effort in, what you take action for. So please use this. Please use everything that's happening now, all right? Because it is going to be a big time for you, particularly these 2 weeks. Really big time for decision making and commitments and brand new beginnings and life changes. Your destiny, your purpose, the North Node is going to be incredibly activated. Incredibly, all right? It starts with April 1st. Now, you see Venus conjuncting the North Node. Wow. I actually think I'm launching. These videos are coming out after April 1st, but that's fine because you feel this up until the 7th. Yeah. And the more important one is that Venus will conjunct the North Node 2 weeks from now. Okay. So that's when Venus is not retrograde. We'll talk more about it then because that's when you're really going to feel it. But I want you to think about February 1st, around that time when Venus had a very, very brief kiss with the North Node. Now, literally 2 months later, they're, April 1st, they're reuniting. Okay. Very poetic because Venus is retrograde. Remember things coming up from the past. Anyway, this is Venus exalted in Pisces, your opposite sign. Therefore, a lot of energy with partnerships and relationships as part of your destiny. Okay. This is big. Legal matters. Yeah. As well. Big. One-on-one connections and commitments, like a lawyer or, a publicist or an agent, whatever resonates with you, there's going to be energy here. Remember, this is Venus with Rahu, the North Node, your mission statement, your purpose, your destiny. Okay. So you're going to be reflecting. You're going to be thinking about what does my heart want? What does my heart desire when it comes to love, money, relationships, and again, just maybe even a female figure involved here. There may just be something that clicks, but again, let's wait. Let's put wheels in motion. The big one is going to be later this month, and there's something else happening that's going to be big. And just to remind you, Venus is heart, Mercury is mind. All right, you know that. I just want to make it clear because Venus is very, very social. Yeah. And Mercury and Saturn are really tight here with this conjunction with the North Node. So it's like a group hug. But with Mercury retrograde, your ruling planet retrograde in your area of partnerships, relationships, commitments, legal matters, marriage, all of that, you're reassessing things, okay? With Venus here, remember, heart, mind. Let's make that connection. Let's merge the two, okay? Because Saturn is here too. And he's all about reality checks. Saturn, who rules long-term commitments, right? And goals, is here. and will be asking you, are you sure you want this? Is this what you want? So just keep that in mind. Again, Venus, heart, Mercury, mind, especially because they're just going to be very active. Okay. Now, here's the other thing is that April 3rd, Mercury will then conjunct the North Node. I'm sorry. That's Ruby. Hold on. I'm sorry. That's Ruby. Okay. So, sorry about that. She was outside. Anyway, where are we? So, okay, April 3rd, Virgo. I'm so sorry about that. This is a big one though. Okay, so April 3rd, Mercury will conjunct the North Node. So it's happening at 27 degrees. I want you to see this as a package deal, okay? So Venus, Mercury conjuncting the North Node. Venus, okay? So it's heart and mind with your destiny, your mission statement, all of that. All in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships and legal matters. All right? One-on-one commitments. If you are a cross watcher, Virgo, if you watch for your rising or your moon or for your husband or for your mom, whoever it is, business partner, all the mutable signs that would be Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, and you are going to feel this the most, as well as Taurus and Libra. If you have any planets between 25 to 29 degrees in any mutable signs, it does not matter which one. It does not matter. You look at the angular aspects, okay? You will feel it the most, all right? So keep that in mind. Really, really big moment. Now, here's the thing. We are now at the most insane weekend of the year. Yeah. The magnitude of this weekend is off the charts. Again, the most of the year. So this is big. And again, a lot of this is just pushing you in this new direction. And you are going to feel the first 3 aspects of Friday as soon as we hit April up until about the 10th, 11th. Okay, that's when they're the strongest. Again, not going to talk too much about this. We talked about it last week in your monthly forecast. Just real quickly, just Saturn sextile Uranus. Remember, we have not had this since March 1997. This is big, okay? Humongous, making this weekend, one of the biggest weekends of the decade. Yeah? So, Uranus, as you know, is really, it's all about change. Uranus is all about change. It's that Uranus is a great awakener, the lightning bolt, revolution, evolution, progress, innovation, freedom, surprises, breakthroughs, wake up calls. All right. It's with Saturn here, authority. Okay. Long-term goals, stability, all of that. You see Mars is here, sextile Uranus. So the actions that you take now. All right. All of that is big. So here's the thing. Saturn, again, there's something here with partnerships, with everything. Okay, that's just going to be a big thing for you. Not only these 2 weeks, the entire month, you and one other sign. All right. So here's the thing. You have Uranus and Taurus in your 9th house. That's great. That's a spiritual awakening. 9th house is the house of God. It's spiritual. It's your belief system. It's self-belief. It's how you see things. It is the house of like the teacher, the wise teacher. You could be going back to school. I already talked about this last week. I'm just going to keep going. Just know that Saturn and Uranus, it's their father-son, okay, in astrology. Saturn, as we know, is not, always the cool dad. Yeah? But he's taking his son out now, all right? They've gone, they're doing skee ball, all right? They're laughing. They're, they got some Jolly Ranchers and you know what I mean? Like, this is good. Use this because Uranus is revolutionizing any limitations that Saturn brings. This is great change for you, okay? For you. This is big. You're becoming... and there's publishing here. There's again, I talk about you look at your last week's reading. This is big for you. The other thing is You are going to feel this, even though this is the peak. Yeah, this is where you feel the strongest energy, especially April 4th. For that aspect, they're two outer planets, so they move slow. You're going to feel this up until August. Remember, I said everything that's happening is like a wave, kicking, like pushing you in this new direction toward your destiny. August just happens to be one of the best months of 2025. As soon as we, hit your birthday season, like you're just wait and see. Okay, you got a lot to look forward to. We have something happening there that we have not seen. Oh gosh, it's gonna be big for you, but we haven't seen it since 1965. All right, so there's a lot happening in August. Now, Mars sextile Uranus, as you know, big. We've already talked about this. It's just the actions. You've got to take those actions. Yeah. This is exciting. You're going to feel motivated. You're going to feel stimulated. You're going to want to break free from what you need to. There's something here really big with, you're going to get clarity with home and finances is going to be a big thing. Your long-term goals and dreams really highlighted. You're going to feel very driven, but also there's likely something here with friendships as well. I would also think about January 21st when we had the Pluto Cazimi, right? The Sun and Pluto together. That set up a new cycle for you for an entire year. An entire year. Okay, so keep that in mind. Here's the thing. The other thing, Mars was really retrograde then, but remember now he's giving you a lot of energy. All right, now Mars trine Saturn, we talked about that. So last week, here's the thing. The only thing that bears repeating is they're all happening at 25 degrees. Remember, that is Aries degree point. Okay, that's that go-getter. Let's do it. Leadership, all of that. Okay, you are going to see things play out, but remember, you've got to take those actions for those fresh beginnings. Now, April 5th, I did not tell you about this last week, so I'm just going to tell you now. I didn't have time last week, but Mars is going to trine Mercury, and this is happening at the same time that Mars is sextile Uranus. Mars is not only trining Mercury, Mars is trining Mercury, Venus, Saturn, the North Node. So you've got Mars in your house of your hopes and wishes and future dreams, long-term goals and plans, and your social network and benefactors and allies and your squad and community. It can be like a LinkedIn community, whatever it is. Like, there's something activated here, okay? Because Mars will be conjuncting the moon, and that is going to be strong, all right? And you're going to feel Mars trine Mercury up until the full moon with the next 2 weeks. It's strong. And what's happening on this day over this weekend, the most bonkers, life-changing weekend of the decade, is that we have, first of all, the Mars trine Mercury is rare, yeah. So, but it only happens like you need Mars to be retrograde to have this, all right? And that just happened, so it's crossing over that degree again. So that's why they're trining again, okay? So the bigger picture here for you that is, I really want you to pay attention to this, is that you got Mars and Moon in Cancer. You got Mercury and Venus in retrograde, but in Pisces. But you got Juno in Sagittarius, and so we'll obviously talk about it a lot more in the second spread. But listen, where we do asteroids and goddesses and lunations, and sometimes more clarifiers, but you got a grand trine here. You have a mini grand trine with Juno, who is linked to Libra, as I've mentioned in some of your past forecasts when she's come out to play. She's coming out hard. Juno, who is linked to Libra, linked to the 7th house, where your North Node is, your destiny is right now. She is all about marriage, contracts, legal matters, partnerships, the balance of power in relationships, all of that. Okay, so you're going to start feeling a little kind of like a kick here as we approach that full moon in Libra. All right, this is wonderful. Now, there's likely something here for you because Juno being in Sagittarius rules your fourth house. So there's likely something here in the home sector, okay? Your domestic sector, the foundations of your life, parents, children, your significant other, real estate, you buying a house. Some of y'all are, maybe there's something here, or doing, redecorating or doing renovations, something here. Realtor involved, maybe. There, just think home sector. All right, now that's, so again, we'll talk about later because let's keep going. You're just gonna have this mental, there's gonna be something. Mercury is your ruling planet. You're gonna have some big light bulb moment. All right, there's gonna be something here. It's like ninja mind when you have Mercury with Mars. All right, so remember what I said, be social. Venus is social. Venus is very social. Mercury, your ruling planet, is the planet of communication. Yeah, so please be proactive. Please network. Both planets are in their fall or detriment. So it just makes you just, let's put a little bit more effort into that, like socializing and making decisions. Now, mutable signs, obviously, and cardinal signs, will feel this the most, especially Cancer and Pisces, but you're a mutable sign. So now Sunday, the 6th, luckiest day of April, by the way, luckiest weekend of April, but also of all of 2025, because you have the Sun sextile Jupiter in Gemini. Okay. Now that is one of the top three luckiest aspects in all of astrology. Out of the hundreds of aspects, it is big. It's up there. All right. And you have this while the sun is exalted in Aries, which is really amplifies that energy. With Jupiter, the planet of luck and good fortune and profit and abundance and wisdom and expansion, that's sextiling the sun. Remember, that's that window of opportunity. You're going to feel this days before. You're going to feel this days after. We don't have any other Jupiter aspects this month. You've got to get this, all right? Get this opportunity. This is luck and blessings. And Jupiter in Gemini is in your 10th house. So if you are here for career, and I read your comments, and a lot of y'all are, remember, you have the South Node in your sign, Virgo. So if there are things that are happening, it's opening up room for better things to come because you've learned everything that you needed to know in some area of your life. So just keep that in mind, all right? This is 10th house is also, it's fame. There's something here. Remember, this is a wave. It plays down the line. So there's something here that will make you more famous in, maybe globally or in your industry, in your team, whatever it is, whatever you want to be famous for, whatever you want to be recognized for, and, feel validated and things like that. That's the 10th house, but it's very public facing. Okay. If you're not here for career, like I always say, whatever you're exerting your energy into that you want to be known for. All right. You'll be known as a, best realtor in your city. There you go. You got Jupiter here. Okay. So the best dog sitter, best baker, whatever it is, you got Jupiter here in Gemini, immutable sun. You're going to feel this. All right. So, now, use this, please. All right. It's one of those weekends where you watch Survivor. I'm a Survivor super fan. It's like one of those. It's like if you feel like you've got that intuitive, like, oh, I think that everyone's gonna blindside me at tribal council and vote me out. This is Jupiter sextiling the sun. This is when you go have conversations. You flip the script. Or you go find a hidden immunity idol. Now you're in charge. This is that luck. That's what I'm saying. There's just something here. Just watch it play out, okay? Let's just watch it play out. And again, we are going to have this again one more time in August, which I just told you is bonkers amazing. You're going to see. You're going to see, all right? Now, because Jupiter's going to do something different for you here. And by the way, if this is the luckiest weekend, what is the luckiest month? I'll tell you right now. It is June. All right. June is the luckiest month. Whoa. All right. Now, so you got a lot to look forward to, Virgo. Just remember to take that. Jupiter, the king of the gods, right? King of the gods blessing you. but it all depends on the actions you take. Remember, that is what karma is. You're on a karmic journey. That's why we say, like, actions have consequences. This is what karma literally means, action, okay? All the way Sanskrit. Yeah, that's literally its translation. And you only live once, so let's make things happen. Please, Virgo, I'm on your side. You know I love you, all right? Venus trine Mars, we talked about that. Listen, that's going to be a big deal. You're going to feel that to the 11th. That's happening at 25 degrees. Look at your last week's reading. There's something here with money and relationships as part of your, long-term dreams. There's something you may even sign around this time. There's something building here really big. Maybe a friend involved, a group involved. But you've got 2 exaltations with the 2 benefic planets activated. I told you to be social. Please be social. All right. Jupiter and Gemini is activated. That's very social. I have Jupiter and Gemini in my birth chart. You know that I can talk. All right. So plant them seeds for growth. You got the sun that's going to give you all that, literally it makes things grow. The sun is in its most powerful spot of the year right now in your 8th house of transformation and wealth and partnerships, and you got to use this. All right, you just never know what doors can open up for you. All right, so just look at last week's reading. Now, let me see here. Yeah, that doesn't really. Well, all right. No. All right. Anyway, everyone's gonna feel this. Everyone's gonna feel this. April 7th, you got Venus. You got Venus. You got Venus conjuncting Saturn. 25 degrees. Again, I talk about this at length in your weekly forecast, but I will talk about it more when it happens again 2 weeks from now. Remember, Venus is going to conjunct this North Node. Now you got Venus conjuncting Saturn, and Saturn's with the North. Like, it's going to be a big time in 2 weeks, but this is just not normal to have, Venus conjunct Saturn once a year. On average, we have it twice in a month because of the Venus retrograde. And so again, a lot of things from the end of March are spilling over. This is just you having a lot of major reassessing, reevaluating, rethinking love, relationships, money, partnerships, legal matters, all of that. Okay. Creativity, big thing here too. And again, it could be just like I said, some creative idea you had in the past where now you figured out, oh, now I know how to give this legs, for the long haul. Anyway, maybe even a new tradition you're starting. Maybe there's something here with a situationship. Remember, Saturn is time and Saturn is karma, and this is a karmic cycle. This is big. So main things, relationships, money, finances, legal matters. All right. Now, and when I say that, it can be love, it can be career, it can be one-on-one. Like I said, it can be your wedding planner, whatever it is. Mutable signs, that would include you, Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces. Again, we'll feel this the most, Taurus, Libra, Capricorn as well. Now, one thing that I did not mention, actually, I think I may have told you last time. Maybe I didn't, but Venus will sextile Uranus. So again, there's something here that's saying, like Uranus is saying, hey, break your routine. Do something different, please. Yeah. With everything that your heart desires, with everything Venus related, with partnerships, with relationships, with travel. There's something here with travel, book publishing, education. You may just be craving to learn something new around this time as well. It's all about that curiosity being stimulated, new experiences. Like, I wonder what would happen if I ... Have that go through your mind this day, because Uranus wants you to do something different, okay? All in the name of pleasure and creativity and love and money, okay? Very nostalgic energy as well. The sun is at its exalted degree, and the moon will be in Leo, all right? So really great. Sexual energy, very off the charts around this time. You're feeling it anyway, with your 8th house activated, if you're here for that, okay? That's whether you're single or in a relationship. So just letting you know, all right? And if you're, not here for that, it's a great day to go shopping, okay? And creativity off the charts. We'll have it again, April 20th. Now, Mercury goes direct. I barely had room on this. It's like squunched in the, right there. Mercury goes direct, no longer retrograde on this day. Hey, that's your ruling planet. Just now you can sign things. Now you can buy that, that computer that you wanted. Now you can, have that new perspective for momentum. I love this, okay? We love this. Mercury, Hermes, right? Speed. He's very happy. Great. All right. Now, think again, think about the last 2 weeks of September, what happened around that time, what was going on with your mind, what was happening with partnerships, relationships, legal matters, one-on-one commitments. There's something coming up, okay? Just keep that in mind, all right? From that eclipse that we had in Pisces at that time. And again, there's so much Pisces energy when you got North Node, Saturn, Venus, Mercury, all here in all in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. Your North Node here, okay? Now, Mercury, your ruling planet, will be conjuncting Saturn at this point. So once again, there's something here where it's like, okay, we really got to think about what we're committing to, or at least have an idea. All right, let's communicate if we need to, or commit to not commit. What doesn't serve you well? Yeah. All right. So you're the captain of your ship. You know, the Virgo ship. You make the executive decisions. Y'all are Virgos. You got this, all right? Just steer your destiny. Now, April 10th, this is what I need to tell you, all right? You got Mars with the nodes of fate, okay? And destiny, Rahu, Ketu. So, you got Mars trining the North Node in Pisces. And remember, Mercury, Saturn are here too. And then you got Mars sextiling the South Node in your sign, okay? We know this, that North Node is in Pisces, South Node is in your sign. It just happened. We'll be here all year. This is happening at 27 degrees. Now, Mars trining the North Node. I like it. That's great. Again, partnerships, legal matters, commitments, marriage, all of that. Seventh house matters. I like it. Mars can bring someone in here. A fated relationship. We're talking about fate and destiny, right? Fated relationship. Mars can do something here. It's just passion. Yeah, Mars has got energy that he's giving you now. Maybe something here with your long-term goals and plans and wishes and dreams. Also, something with a group, community, friendship, squad. It could even be someone that you know introducing you to someone that you need to know. Investor. You just never know. Love, soulmate. Now, here's the thing. The South Node, though. Mars is sextiling the South Node, which is, that's great. Fine. The South Node is in your sign. This day, the moon will be in your sign too. Okay, so you have the South Node of the moon and the moon right at that 27 degree point. Okay, opposite Saturn. So here's the thing, Virgo. Remember I already said Mars in Cancer, sure, gaining speed, giving you energy. He's still sensitive in Cancer. Emotions can be heightened here. There's a lot of home and family stuff here. There's, but at the same time, this is going to be, you've got the two malefic planets, all right? They're honestly, they're like Beavis and Butthead right now. They're like, they're just not fun, okay? So they see that the moon, the Virgo moon, is on the South Node, and they're just like, so just be very mindful of what have you not let go yet. All right, what did you need to change that you haven't changed yet? All right, and I'm just saying that because Mars and Saturn can be a little around this day, because the moon in Virgo will be on the South Node too. All right. So just keep that in mind. Remember, we had that lunar eclipse in Virgo last month, right? I told you then you're going to feel this for about a month. Okay. The lunar eclipse in Virgo. And now this is that point where it's like, okay, Mars is like a spear. All right. He's like, oh, you don't let that go. All right. I'm going to let it go. So remember that Virgo energy, that it's all about letting go, that perfectionist energy, being hard on yourself, being self-critical. We've got to let that go. All right. Virgo is also, as I've mentioned, just it's rules. Health is Virgo's domain. Okay. So something with health. Are you going out every night, partying until, 4 in the morning at the Waffle House? You know what I mean? Like that, we got to stop that. All right. Let's get some sleep. And you probably have not been getting, that sleep has been a little, with a lot that's been happening, but that's changing. Okay. And thankfully, anyway, here's the thing. something's got to change. Something's got to go. Mars and Saturn are going to be like, yeah, it's time. All right. And it's happening in your sign. That's why I'm just saying there's something about you that we really want to work on that. All right. Letting things go. There can be something here with a friend as well, like a friendship or a partnership. All right. On the flip side, Uranus is here, and Uranus is kind of like the superhero. All right, he's the great harmony with the North Node, South Node, your moon, the Virgo moon, really, really wonderful. So I love that. Uranus is here, bringing all that wisdom and spirituality, and changing your perspective on things. Right. Travel could be a big thing here as well. Foreign people, foreign cultures, foreign lands, publishing, everything I mentioned earlier. All right, but Uranus is kind of like the negotiator. Like he's like, Mars, Saturn, come on, and he's going to the nodes and your moon, and he's like, okay, listen, don't listen to them. What do you need? What do you need from me? What can we do here? So Uranus is coming to you, Virgo, and saying, okay, listen, I sorted everything out. All you got to do, just shake things up. That's all you got to do for your true purpose. Just change things up. That's it. Okay. Let the things go that doesn't serve you well. All right. If you're hard on yourself, ask yourself why, and let's move it, because you do that, and I'm going to let all these amazing opportunities come through for you. Yeah. Because I bring in the surprises and the good ones. All right. So make room for it. Okay. And he's even saying, I'll give you that emotional breakthrough that you need to. All right. So just please keep that in mind, because Moon in Virgo, that's great. We know that's like very productive. Checking off your to-do list, whistling while you work, you're in service to others, is very intelligent, but it can be over analytical. And that, right, Virgo? You know that. You rule the nervous system. We know that. All right. So don't overthink things, please. Go with your intuition. The moon, intuition, subconscious, is in your sign. Use that to let some things go. All right. Who is going to feel this the most? You. Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, even Cancer, Aries, Libra, Capricorn, the cardinal signs, because Mars. Yeah. So here's the thing. Virgo, if you have any planets, and if you know your birth chart, and I really encourage you to, and maybe I'll do a course on it. Maybe I'll do a course on like reading your birth chart, because that's exact for you, right? So no one else goes through that. It's your chart, mapping. It's a snapshot of where all the planets were in the sky when you were born. If you have any planets between 24 to 29 degrees in any of the signs that I just mentioned, again, it does not matter which ones, or if you have the moon in Virgo, obviously, you're going to feel this, okay? 24 to 29 degrees. For instance, a lot of y'all know I have my Mars in Cancer at 28 degrees. I've been going through all that Mars and Cancer energy since September, okay? But now it's coming back to that 28 degree point. It's within that 24 to 29 window, that degree window. I'll feel it. I have a Virgo moon. A lot of y'all know that. At 28 degrees in my chart. So again, this I will feel. All right? And so just know there may be something here where you really have to let something go. It's all about what have you already learned? And now let's learn something new. Let's make room for that, okay? As an example, that lunar eclipse that you had in your sign last month? Remember how I got really, really sick? Because, Virgo rules health. Everyone I know got sick. Like, everyone got sick. But, there's, I had... Ruby was going through things. Ruby's a Virgo too, by the way. But, you rule pets, right? Virgo is pets are part of your domain. Anyway... I learned from that, and so I asked myself, what can I adjust here with the South Node in Virgo, right? So now I do like Pilates or yoga every morning rather than a few times a week. A lot of different health adjustments and whatnot, and that's worked wonders. Okay, so it's really changed it gives me this great, mental clarity in the morning right away. I feel good. My body feels good emotionally, all of that. So that's what I'm saying. Just what do you have to shake up? What do you need to let go? Okay. Now, this is also going to be a big full moon for you. It's happening on April 12th, 23 degrees and 8:30 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time. That's New York City time. Convert that wherever you live in the world. Just know you're going to feel it days before, days after. You may be feeling it a week before, week after. Now, this is a full moon in Libra, as I explained in your last week's reading. Okay, just as we know, it's endings, it's full moons, endings, turning points, culmination with partnerships, with relationships, with commitments, one-on-one commitments, legal matters, marriage, things, everything I said there. Yeah, because that's what Libra rules. And you have the North Node with 4 planets conjuncting it in this area of your chart. So, will you feel this? Yes. Okay. Libra, by the way, rules for you, Virgo, your second house. So a lot of this, like I said, can be career related because second house is finances, it's money, salary. A lot of y'all are getting new careers. They're coming. New career paths, profession, things like that. But again, if you're not here for career, it's just second house is self-worth, it's self-value, things that something making you feel more confident, yeah, about your direction. There's, second house is also material possessions, yeah. That spaceship you wanted, hey, you can go buy it now. Mercury's direct. Venus is going direct this day. So anyway, there's something big happening here. All right. Now, why is it really big? Because it's happening at 23 degrees. I did not talk about this last week because now I'm giving more information because I did say this is a big full moon. 23 degrees is the Aquarius degree. Now, this full moon endings, it's actually all about your freedom. It's all about your personal revolution, your personal evolution, self-expression. It is linked to Aquarius, Uranus as well. So there's something here really big for you. All right. And remember, Aquarius rules your 6th house of everyday activities, routines, work, and health matters. Why does that sound familiar? Because you are the native ruler of the 6th house. So 23 degrees is also linked, associated with divorce. So just putting that out there, this is a full moon in Libra. Again, those endings, turning points, legal matters, marriage. Now, here's the thing. It's not, I'm not saying that it's divorce and marriage. Like, no, like it's maybe for some of y'all, but when I say divorce, it can be from your company, right? Because now you've got the knowledge to start your own company. It can be a divorce from your agent, your publicist. You're like, oh, you haven't done anything for me. I'm getting a new one. So that's what I mean. Okay. So there's just going to be some changes. And again, you feel the effects of the full moon for some time, week before, week after. Libra's all about justice, right? So that's what this is. Now, remember when I just talked about Juno? Juno, who is linked to Libra natively. Justice. Juno linked to marriage, partnerships, and relationships, and contracts, and legal matters. Juno, which is all happening right now for you with a North Node in that area of your chart during this Libra full moon that rules that. So you see the 3-way overlap, which is emphasizing this 3 times more for you than other signs. So Juno is actually trining, which is this great harmonious flow with Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn. That's like half the solar system, pretty much. The North Node and Neptune. That's the strongest aspect because Neptune is freshly new in Aries. So this is the first aspect that we're getting with Neptune in Aries. Not planetary, by the way, because Juno's an asteroid. So let's, that. But they're both at 0 degrees. And like I said, Juno is in Sagittarius. And that is your 4th house. Okay. And so home matters. All right. It could even be, again, maybe you're moving. Maybe you're like, well, I've outgrown this place. I'm moving here. Or maybe you met a partner. And that's the other thing. When I say, there's going to be changes in partnerships and relationships, it is the full moon. It is the culmination, but turning point as well. Doesn't mean it's, for some of y'all, yeah, there's going to be some endings here, but to bring some new energy in, it could be that you've been going steady with someone and now this is time like, oh, there's a proposal. Like, so just shifts. Okay. Now, Virgo, I want you to think about what happened in October for you, October 2024, because this full moon corresponds to the new moon solar eclipse in Libra we had back then on October 2nd. What was happening around that time? Not intentions you were setting. Maybe they were intentions you were setting, but it was an eclipse. Yeah. So game changing. It's just strong energy in Libra that rules partnerships and relationships and legal matters. All right. So there could have been something there with money, salary, income, finances, even food, or your value system, or what you value, or self-belief, self-value, things like that as well. Okay. All right. And love and relationships. So here's the end of that cycle. But it's also the end of the Aries Libra axis that started July 2023. Yeah? All right. There's a lot of money stuff that you are going through. A lot of money stuff. Not just like salary, income, but also other, like when I say shared resources, again, inheritance, investments, bonuses, commissions, loans, royalties, things like that. Okay. Joint bank accounts, big one. Yeah. So that's still very activated for you with all this Aries energy, because that's what Aries rules. And the fact that you have Aries that rules your 8th house, which is also like relationships. And again, it can be business partner, love, whatever for you, right? But it's mostly like love and business. That now quadruple amplifies this full moon for you. All right. Do you see why I saved you for last? All right. So just remember, I already said this is a month of decisions, commitments, new beginnings. The moon is intuition. Trust your intuition, your sixth sense, your gut. You're good at that. Virgo rules the digestive system. Remember, this is your second brain. Trust your gut. And I talked about this last week with the Sun conjunct Chiron. Amazing. Yeah. The wounded healer. Okay. Look at and just think about like, when was the last time we had a Chiron Kazemi? When I say this is big, this is big. It's amplifying that. If you felt any wounds in relationships, business, things like that, or even how you saw them or how you felt, how other people made you feel. Remember, the 8th house is very deeply psychological. Chiron, this is like really profound, deep healing. Yeah. Also, money matters and your growth and your transformation. So this is how there's something you're going to see. The moon is illuminating. The sun is illuminating. You got Jupiter trining the moon. Very auspicious here. Very, very auspicious, especially career-wise. Yeah. There's travel here for you. Maybe you're going on a spiritual retreat, something with publishing. You remember, you got the North Node, Uranus, Venus, Mercury, all harmoniously activated. Big breakthrough energy, okay? And even breakup energy. But remember, I said this is all about your freedom. This is all about you having power. This is all about opening up new opportunities, or, ascending in a relationship, going that next level in a relationship. Very loaded full moon. Really loaded full moon. Likely female figure involved. Like I said, just look at what I said last week. So it is a big one. All right. And then the same day, actually within just like an hour of the full moon, Venus officially goes direct. And again, this is now I don't know, 5 times, right? Big for you, because Venus, which is all about love and relationships, that's in your area of partnerships and relationships, in Libra full moon that natively rules partnerships and relationships. It's a big full moon for you. All right. So Venus now direct. That's great because you remember Venus has been sleeping on she's been on vacation since March 1st. All right. So you've been reassessing things, people from the past coming up as well. You may be thinking people on the past. Money matters big time too as well. All right. So you got Venus on your side going direct, 25 degrees, by the way. Remember, big. So yeah, now you got that clarity from everything that you've been reassessing. And remember what I said, Venus comes bearing gifts, okay? When she goes direct. Okay, so from her trip, she's come back, but you got to give her time. That's the thing. Please give her time because she is, she hasn't even got off the plane, right? She needs time to move. So when she moves, she's gonna be in your place of partnerships and relationships for the rest of the month, and then through May, because then she moves into Aries again. That's relationships too, love, business, whatever it is. But like I said, big time. So you're gonna feel all this commitment energy, really strong. Anyway, this is just it's a big full moon. Let's get started. And full moon, by the way, cardinal signs will actually feel it the most. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and then Taurus will as well. But remember, you saw what I just said about all the other planets that are highly activated. So everyone will feel this full moon really deeply. Yeah, it's a big one. And then if you have any planets in any cardinal signs, 20 to 26 degrees, especially Libra, right? Yeah, you'll feel it. Anyway, Virgo, let me see how much time, speaking of time. Okay, let's get started. Virgo, all right, so Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for April 1st to the 12th. Virgo. Whew. All right. Virgo, y'all are amazing. Y'all are y'all are amazing. I love y'all. It's a big time for y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. What was I going to say? I do a traditional cultural cross spread. It's going to give you the best overview, all right? If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. I'm here for you, Virgo. When I do this, I'm reading for my Virgo moon. I'm reading for my dog that's a Virgo. I'm reading for my mom that's a Virgo. I gotcha. I love y'all. All right, let's get started. Yeah. Oh. I love y'all so much. I am gonna give you a mic drop. I love this. You're good. You're good. Yeah, you're good. All right. Oh my gosh. Let's get started. You got the Ace of Swords. You see you had two aces. I told you I saved you for last, right? Yeah. I mean, did other signs get two aces? You're good. Now, Ace of Swords. There you go. You got it. You got your monthly. Look at your monthly forecast. When you, by the way, you know how, weeks, month, whatever. It's sequential, right? So things carry over from your last week reading. And when you get the same card from the last week, and even there's been times where you've had it many times and it's been very significant and aligning with everything happening astrologically. Yeah. Ace of Swords, big. All right. So here is your big clarity. Here's your big idea, your big moment. This is Swords of the mental suit. Okay. So communication, thinking, ideas, big idea, successful. That's, achievement. You see the crown. Yeah. All right. So big aces, new beginnings, new way of thinking, but this is the biggest sword in the deck. All right. So this is a lot of power and communication, like I said, be social, be just network. Yeah. All right. So I love this for you. This is big mental breakthrough. You see what you need to see, what you got to do. And there's, likely a contract. There's likely or at least an agreement. You got legal matters bigly here. Anyway, amazing. But yeah, more about, I know what I got to do. I'm in for it. And it's setting up this new cycle for you. And I'm excited for you. The Eight of Cups. All right. And the heart of your spread. So remember the two big things for you this week. You've got Mars, that's going to be on top of the, your moon, Virgo moon, with on the south node, with Saturn, like just kind of like, right as well. So there's something that you've got to let go. It seems like you will with that Eight of Cups. Yes. He's moving away. And you see there's an eclipse happening here. All right. So remember that Virgo eclipse that we had, there's something here in the south node of the moon that's still, and then for the next 2 years, you got eclipses in your sign. So this is moving forward you're recognizing I had that huge moment of clarity, or something came through that I'm just like, let's sign me up, and now you're moving forward from something because something's better for you. So this is letting go. And it could be, he's doing it at night, but it's a little bittersweet. You see all the rocks in the water. It's not like an easy. So yeah, but at least you're doing something for you that deep down inside, I know this over here is going to make my heart sing. This path, or this, whatever you want. This card is attributed to Saturn in Pisces, where remember all of that energy, North Node, all of it, partnerships, relationships, legal matters, one-on-one connections. That could be something here. Just letting you know. All right? But ultimately, it's just whatever you want. That's passion. The red cape, power. You got the Knight of Wands here. Okay? Just don't be uninspired. That's all. Okay? Continue moving forward. The bigger energy, that's when you consider the Knight of Wands, who is fired up. Yeah, he's fired up. He's ready to go. It's like, boom, boom, boom. Let's do it. I'm on a mission. And, with him being in your challenge area, again, just don't feel uninspired, but there may be someone that may be a little too much for you. And you may be walking away from that person, or you may have to just have that conversation with that person. There may be someone that is veering on a different path than you as well. So just keep that in mind, okay? There just may be something there. Just have an eye on it. A lot of y'all, it can be something with family as well, okay? All right? Like sisters, distant relatives, or, you know what I mean? Like, okay, now, so now you got the Ace of Pentacles in your crown, and you got two aces. You're set. You've got that clarity. You know what you're manifesting. You know this new path. You know it. I told you money's a big thing for you right now. You got the biggest pentacle in the deck. All right? You see that golden pathway there? There are so many paths in tarot. Some like windy. It's direct. It's the easiest path. You just go through that archway. It's a gateway into this new, right, area, like new path. Listen, pentacles are a physical reality too. So if you're not here for money, finances, wealth, things like that, with pentacles, a lot of y'all are definitely manifesting like in that area, but your physical world. All right. I've talked about the five. It's a five-pointed star. We talked about this, right? All right. So just look at your last week's reading. You had okay. You got the Empress. You're good. You know what you want. What you want looks amazing. You're gonna know what you want. All that Venus retrograde, you see the symbol of Venus here. This is a Venus card, right? So, and there's only one of two people that have the symbol of Venus here. And you got the Empress, a goddess, Aphrodite. This is love. This is self-love. This is feeling comfortable. This is feeling good. Like things are happening. And it's the Empress, okay? It's a lot of, some of y'all may have. What I was gonna say is there's a lot of like aspects that are happening that are, it's like a good time to have babies. There's baby making energy. You have a lot of home family stuff happening. So yeah, that's very possible. And if not you, someone maybe someone in your family, or someone, even like a friend. You have so much friendship stuff happening. But anyway, she's pregnant, okay? But it truly represents also like the birth of new things, all about creation. Yeah. You can even see the pomegranates all over her ground, that growth and fertility and just so much abundance. Like that golden scepter, anything she touches turns to gold. So this is luxuries. This is abundance. This is like a just super conscious love as well. This is amazing. And 3 is all about creation. So you got like new, moving away from the new into the 6 of Cups. I love this card. This card is highly associated with nostalgia. Yeah. Like past times, but not getting stuck in the past, right? But like feeling nostalgic, like I haven't felt this way in so long, and it feels so good. I feel protected. It is the biggest house in tarot. So there's a lot of comfort here. There's a lot of security here. There's a lot of protection here. You even see, I'm going to show you something here. You see that like little guard in the back, the security guard right there? He's leaving. He's leaving. You don't need him anymore. You can let your hair down. You're feeling good. You're sharing experiences with people. I love this. You're good. A lot of home family stuff here, but again, partnership, like anything that's it's all about harmonizing here. Okay, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. All right, so really love this where you're tapping into your inner child right here. So you're good. I love this. You're moving in that direction. You got all this new stuff pushing. Like I said, that end of March was like a wave. There's some big things happening with the South Node and the Virgo moon with Mars there. You already know. You're moving forward. This is all about moving forward. Let's get to your staff, Virgo. All right, so you listen. By the way, oh yeah, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what is going on. And you know, with Venus going direct, actually in Pisces, you're actually like now you're like getting that haircut for a partner, looking good for a partner. Especially if you're a Virgo rising, right? Rising's more about your looks. Your sun sign's more about your personality. Maybe like you're doing job interview, you're signing something, you put on that business suit, Romeo and Michelle style. Like anyway, I love this. All right, love this. I love y'all. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, yeah, that's great. That's great. Oh my gosh. Okay, you're good. You got the 6 of Wands. There you go. You're like, nope. I'm rising above. I'm not nothing's holding me back. Remember, you have Jupiter in Gemini for the next 2 months in your 10th house of public recognition and achievements. You're on your path. This is a procession. That horse, it's not standing there. So this is indicating many more to come. You're on your way. Look at all the people cheering you on. You're good. You got that, Laurel. You're good. Okay. This is amazing. I love this. So this is like, again, rising above, feeling accomplished, going toward the things that you want. There's luck here as well. Then you got the King of Wands. Hello, someone's opened doors for you in your external factors area. So someone really powerful, big leader here, the King of Wands. He's full of passion. That's his wands. Career, enterprise, profession, all of that here with the King of Wands because he is the entrepreneur. Yeah. And so I love that. You see him leaning out of his throne, like, he's the fun king. He can't sit still. He wants to do things. He wants to, you know what I mean? Like make other people's dreams come true too. I love this king. He's here. His life is completely transformed because he worked his way up. He's not sitting here by, succession or whatever. That's is the epitome of fire. That fire in your belly. Like, yeah, you're good. You're good. There's someone who believes in you, making things happen for you. Or even just like that partnership that it's like, let's take it to the next level because you do see not only like the salamander at his feet, which represents transformation, with Ouroboros right here, the snake eating its tail, the serpent eating its tail, the unity of all things, all about change. We are in the year of the snake shedding skin, right? For this new beginning, you've got all this energy happening in your 8th house. That's all about death and rebirth. This new you, transformation. I love it. I love this. And yeah, for a lot of y'all, that's going to be you. That's you sitting on that throne. Mhm. You're good. Now, you got the Nine of Swords, but where it falls in your staff is saying, no more, no more. I don't want to overthink. I don't want to overanalyze things. I don't want to. You see the swords, they just stack up over the head. Okay? I don't want to lose sleep over this anymore. I'm done with that. I'm getting my power back. I told you, Mars is got you. This is it. The most powerful time with the sun exalted. Yeah. So this is really great. This you're not even he doesn't overthink things. He's just like, yep, that I know. Okay, I trusted my intuition. I'm letting that moonlight guide me, intuition, right? So perfect. Love it. All right. So the other thing is, if you do feel that that does come up where you're just like a little bit like, oh, what's happening? Like what's going on? Don't not do anything where you don't believe in yourself. All right. Remember what I said from the very beginning. Don't feel uninspired. That's coming through big, but that's it. Honestly, really is just saying where it falls in her stuff is like, I'm done with that. I've been over analyzing for so but yeah. All right. Seven of Pentacles in your final outcome. You're getting a lot of cards from your month, from your month, and again, that's a big sign. So yeah, what have you? This is your final outcome. So remember, I said this is a big month. The next 2 weeks, all about decisions. Okay, decisions in things that you have invested your time in. Okay, heart and soul, work, all of that. Okay, whether it. Remember, Pentacles is your physical reality too. So relationship, whatever it is, you're taking that pause. All right, that's all. Take that pause. Use Venus and Mercury retrograde to reassess when they go direct. Now you know. All right, now you know. This is all because you don't want to be looking back, right? You want to move forward. You want to move forward. You are. It's in the heart of your spread. You are. That's great. Look at all this. You're good. You're absolutely good. But just remember, there's got to be something here where you're going to take that pause and think about, okay, what have I gained from this? What have I gained from, this job? Am I feeling that I got gains? Am I feeling that it's made me grow? Am I feeling that I've reached a point of fatigue or, this is no longer something that I want in my life? Now let me move forward. Let me use all my skills, everything to move forward. And if you feel that you're on the right path, and that's fine too. That's fine too. That's just saying like, okay, I worked really hard to get where I'm at. All right. But I'm still going to take that pause because I have so much happening with the South Node in my sign all year long where I'm going to be changing and growing, and do you know what I mean? So even if you feel that you're on the right path, you're still going to have that moment of thinking of like, okay, where am I now? Where do I want to be by June, by August? Yeah. All right. So Virgo, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. Next week we will. Oh gosh, we'll dive deeper into the aspects, y'all. Wow. And that's a Taurus card, by the way. All right. So again, activating your spirituality, you being a leader, a teacher, inner wisdom, being, all of that. Okay. Wow. Yeah, we'll go deeper into the aspects next week. There's a lot more to your story. And yes, the second spread of course, we're going to look at some things here. Okay. So we'll do a separate spread on the full moon in Libra, just isolate it. And then, I'll tell you the second luckiest day of the month and a day not to sign things. Okay. Anyway, tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Virgo, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. I'm very excited for you. I'm very happy for you. Just move toward it. Feel good. You're going to feel good. All right. I love y'all, Virgo. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.